Hello and welcome to Sega Saturdays, GamesRadar's look back at the very best of Sega gaming. This week, episode 7, we have got Nights into Dreams and Christmas Nights into Dreams. It's a double bill. So I'm joined this week by Justin Towell, the lord of all things Sega.
Hello.
I'm joined by Sir Mr. Ian Trophy, Mr. Trophy Wilson. Just know he's a very titled gentleman. And I'm joined by Haiku Baron Dave Horton.
Good morrow.
See, Dave's the only one that's speaking. No one else has said hello, which I think is incredibly rude.
It is. I'm offended by all of you.
But onwards with Nights. You're looking at on the screen now. This is Nights running on the Sega Saturn. Dave, you've got some things to say about Nights. Tell me how do you think Nights looks now in your HD-addled modern eyes?
At the time, I remember Nights being technically quite impressive. Now, however, it does put me in mind of a clown who's eaten too many Skittles puking on a roller coaster. A little bit. It's a tad garish, isn't it? Really?
I never played Nights when I was younger, or indeed older, and it looks like a sort of a really bad nightmare.
That's perfect because
don't pretend that's an artistic decision.
It's set in a dream. It's the kids are having nightmares and Nights has come to help them. That's literally it. That's literally right.
That's not why it looks like this, though, is it?
Well, I think what's giving me it's
palpitations.
Yeah, palpitations perhaps is just the sheer volume of colours and all the sort of everything looks weird and out of place and out of proportion. It's like it looks wrong. Oh my god, it looks wrong. It looks wrong. Not wrong. It looks right, but in a wrong way. If you know what I mean. Okay. Like all the components of normality are here.
Well, you're being chased by an alarm clock.
It's like the video game version of the lowest level of limbo in
Dante's Inferno.
No in Inception, where it's undesigned dream matter splurging out all over the place. It feels like the game version of that, really.
Well, I'm not saying that's a bad thing actually. I mean, creatively, it's an absolutely bonkers concept. And I think what it does, just looking at it now, is it invokes its like a real sort of otherworldly sense, and I guess that's what it's meant to do.
Yeah.
I'm aware I probably offended Justin an awful lot because Justin loves this game.
I do. It's my favourite game.
It's your favourite game?
Yeah.
Of all games?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, more than Sonic. Nights is where it's at.
Well, you will have an awful lot of facts to tell us about this, Justin.
This is going to be amazing.
So, Justin, it's time for your Sega Fact Challenge.
Okay.
Name as many facts as you can in 30 seconds.
Yep. Your
time begins now.
The game came out on Sega Saturn in 1996. It was the first game to use Sega's 3D control pad. It was ported to PS2 in 2008. It received an HD conversion in 2012. There's a Christmas version of the game which uses the Saturn's internal clock for different calendar events. Boys to Men contributed a version of the song in Christmas Nights. It uses both of the processors inside the Saturn, the 2D and the 3D, to make this lovely 30 frames a second thing. It was one of the few games of that era to have a widescreen support.
I think that was good.
Yeah, that was good, yeah. You crammed a lot of facts into 30 seconds.
I think the fact hour is going to be stuffed.
Yeah, I think he's going
to be coughing up pellets all week.
I think tactically the strongest yet as well, because he seemed to make a point of doing a lot of very brief facts rather than getting hung up on any individual. So
there's a lot of facts to say.
Strong work.
And unexpected Boys to Men as well.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Okay, welcome back. We are talking about Nights. One of the things you guys were looking at just before we started recording this was the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Now, again, I don't know much about Nights because I never played it. Justin, you were telling me that well, obviously the fact that Boys to Men contributed a track, which is quite the badge of honour, and that also Christmas Nights has a J-pop version of Jingle Bells, which, you don't mind me saying, sounds utterly horrendous.
No, it's brilliant. And it never gets old the more you hear it. It suits the action perfectly. In fact, my dad said that Christmas, when we got this, because I was going to get Proper Nights for Christmas, but because Christmas Nights came with a demo, they let me play that before, because I already had my Saturn. And because this Jingle Bells was playing all the time, my dad said it was the most Christmassy he's ever felt.
Really?
Yeah. Right. Well, because there was always, I was always playing it, and it was there in the background with
the J-pop version
of Jingle Bells.
Of Jingle Bells.
Yeah.
I've actually, I've got a story about Nights actually.
Oh, yeah?
Funnily enough, I don't know whether I should tell you it though, because it's a bit on the. Well, I don't know whether it's suitable for consumption really.
Just go for it. I'll let you know.
Go for it. Yeah.
Well, Nights came out in 1996, right? And I was 16 back then, and I never played it. That's it.
Hey.
I don't know what you were expecting. So yeah, there we go.
That was great. Thanks for sharing that with us.
I feel it's important that I did tell everyone that.
Yeah. It's weird, I've got a similar story. I didn't know we had such a shared history.
Yeah, you wouldn't have thought the same sort of thing would happen to two people, but there you go. So yeah.
Funnily enough, Ian's got a story.
Yeah, very similar story. It's weird that.
Right, so what you're seeing at the moment is Christmas Nights. Christmas Nights, as Justin mentioned, was a demo that came out. Well, how was it distributed, Justin?
It was distributed free if you bought certain games. So if you bought, I think it was Daytona CCE, Nights into Dreams itself, maybe International Victory Goal. No, 2, Worldwide Soccer 97. If you bought those that Christmas, then you could get a copy of Christmas Nights. And it's not just a demo. It contains Spring Valley, which is the first level that Clarice has in the actual game. So that's the same, but it can be Christmas-ized. There's also a new version of Spring Valley for Elliot, who is the other child in the game, and that's brand new for Christmas Nights, so exclusive level. Plus, you can open your presents, and in the presents there's a karaoke mode, which you can see on your screen now, where you get to sing along to the song. You get to play as Sonic, which was
Is this J-pop Jingle Bells that you can sing along to?
No. This is the Dreams theme tune.
Dreams.
Yeah.
I've interrupted your flow now, and I do apologise for that.
That's all right.
Who does that now? Who creates a demo to sell other games? I suppose you could argue that Kojima just did it with Metal Gear.
Yeah.
But he did also sell that demo.
Yeah, he sold it for £30. Whereas all you had to do was buy some, fairly reasonable Saturn games by the sounds of it, to get this just bizarre Christmas. I can't think of any other examples, and correct me if I'm wrong, where that sort of thing's been done. And
no.
I love it in a sense. And I think it's weird in another sense, but then again, you know my sentiments on Nights. I think it's all weird.
Yeah. So. I guess the sort of comparison today would be a pre-release demo, because obviously back then you couldn't get it digitally, so they had to give you a physical disc. So these days you might get a exclusive. In fact, they did it for PGR4, didn't they? Where there was a demo, but it was exclusive events just for the demo.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So if you downloaded that demo, then you had something you wouldn't get in the game. But this is so much more than that. In fact, I rate Christmas Nights higher than I do Full Nights, simply because with the 2 levels that you get to play, you have to absolutely master it to get your top scores.
Okay. Now, one more thing before we hear Dave's beautiful haiku, which I know everyone's waiting for. Sonic was in one of these games, wasn't he?
Yes,
his inclusion was weird.
Yes, it is weird.
There's a theme developing.
Unfortunately, because the internal battery in the Saturn dies every 3 years, I had to start a new save file to record this, so I can't show you Sonic because you have to unlock him through like the day. I know, but I can show you a picture. This is what he looks like. Yes, he's misshapen.
But not as misshapen as he is in his current form, with his ridiculously long legs and his stupid bandages.
It's weird that what we're looking at
his
here...
ridiculous neckerchief.
Yeah, what we're looking at here is not the worst Sonic. That's
quite simply, what were they thinking? So now, it is that time for Dave's haiku review of Knights. Silence please, gentlemen. Dave, take it away.
Androgynous fool, weirdly whirling through the sky. Maybe skip the Wii.
I'm surprised you didn't tell Dave that was a haiku, but
Yeah.
Well,
as is tradition. But it seems that this
such
show we're
agreement.
breaking with tradition. Go on then, talk about the sequel.
I wasn't going to talk about the sequel at all. There was
I
a
haven't
sequel.
Close your hand.
Everyone waited and waited for Knights 2 and it never happened, and then suddenly it was announced on Wii, and it happened, and it's a game. But Yuji Naka,
It certainly is.
Yuji Naka, who programmed this as he programmed Sonic, and this is why it moves so perfectly, because he's a genius at programming. He wasn't involved in that because he'd left Sonic Team by that point. I think it's 2007, the Wii sequel came out. Ah dear, all the characters are voiced. There's an owl in it. I don't think the fact owl will get along with him.
No. Is he like a crazy
an owl.
chaos owl?
Yeah, and the owl talks you through how to play it and tells you to go and touch Knights to dualise with him.
What?
It's all weird.
No.
I don't like it.
That's a bit wrong.
Didn't they give Knights a really weird sort of Michael Jackson voice as well, which is equally terrifying?
Yeah, well, I think it sounds like a sort of... You know, like we have Noddy, where Noddy is clearly voiced by a girl who's trying to sound like a boy. It's like that. Yeah, because Knights has no sex, basically. He's not male or female. Wait.
Well, looking like that.
No, Knights is essentially the children. So Clarice becomes Knight.
Oh God, digging a hole.
No, because it's set in their nightmares, right?
Set in my nightmares. Listen, I don't know about their nightmares.
Clarice dreams of being a singer, and Elliot wants to be a basketball star, but they have nightmares that they fail. So she fails at her audition, he fails in front of all the other kids.
Yeah.
Right. So Knights comes to them in their dreams and helps them put bits of their personality back together. That's what these bits are at the start.
Right.
It's really difficult to explain.
Elliot's far too short to be a basketball
Yeah.
star.
Well, no matter how nice his dreams are, he ain't making
Yeah.
it.
So
Stubby white-
many people fail. Has he not seen Hoop Dreams?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Stubby white kids can't jump.
Exactly.
Simple
Yeah.
as.
Well, that's all we have time for this week. If we were to summarise Knights in one word, it would be weird. So thanks for listening. If you like what you've heard, then hit subscribe and hit the little thumbie uppy likey button, which I believe is the official YouTube term for it. And if you want us to cover any other of your favourite Sega games, do let us know in the comments below. That's all from us this week. Goodbye.
If you'd like to see some more Sega Saturdays, I'm pleased to say that we do have lots more for you. There's Jet Set Radio there that we did last week. There's Virtua Fighter 2, Outrun, loads of cool stuff, so do check it out. If Sega's not your thing, we've got some Super Smash Bros. Coverage for you for the upcoming 3DS and Wii U Brawler. And if you've got Trials Fusion, I'd highly recommend you check out our Squirrels guys, because those squirrels, I tell you what, they get everywhere. Spaceships, the floorboards, you name it. Cheers.